Hi everyone. So, title sort of says it. Autoimmune condition getting much worse since I went back on estrogen. I could stop estrogen and detransition, but I just really, really don't want to, even though I'm literally dying. That's how much I want to transition. And the thing is, this is something I have anyway. It may have taken 5-10 years before I got to this point, but I was going to get here either way. And so the question is, do I detransition to not feel the symptoms as badly for 5-10 years? I don't know. It just doesn't seem very worth it. Neither one seems very worth it, honestly. At this point, they're not really. I can't live a life with the autoimmune condition. Too tired. Literally, if I eat, I have to go to sleep, basically. I've tried adjusting my diet every which way. It hasn't helped. If I eat, I'm basically going to sleep. And so I have to get up and fast for a long time and then eat and then sleep. And I'm still tired the whole time, and this eye is basically, well, it's going to go blind, probably, fully, or mostly blind soon. Like, probably not black, but just, it's annoying to even use now, and, sorry, my head really hurts. So yeah, it's gonna happen either way. I don't know. I haven't really formulated a plan because I don't really want to. Because I just want to keep transitioning. I don't really want a plan. The problem is I can't really live a life as I am now. I'm depressed all the time from this. I'm tired, my head hurts, and my eye doesn't work, and I literally can't even shower most days, It's the truth. And that's okay with me. Like, all that's fine. What bothers me the most is I'm never gonna have, like, the type of relationship I wanted with someone else, because I'm just not very pleasant to be around. I'm just too tired, too depressed. I don't do anything. And that's how the rest of my life is gonna go. Basically, that's how I sort of see it. Unless I can get some sort of treatment. Now, yes, the estrogen is making the symptoms worse again now that I'm back on it. It is. But it's going to happen either way. The symptoms will be better for a few years, and then what? I'll have detransitioned for 10 years, and I'll be back where I am now. And like I said, it doesn't seem worth it either way. It's not like I like my body at all. It's not like I like anything about me. But I don't know. I just don't want to transition. And like, nobody is telling me to stop. My doctors aren't, I think that, I don't know, probably because there's just no evidence on it, but I'm pretty sure, seeing as I stopped and it got better and I started back and it got worse again, it's the estrogen, or lack of testosterone, probably, but estrogen doesn't cause this. You're gonna, if you have it, I mean, I know I already had it. I had it since I was 12. Looking back, it started with my skin issues, progressed from there. Now my skin issues are horrifying. I'm pretty disgusting physically. So it's kind of funny. That I'm like transitioning, because I'm disgusting either way. That was a big thought of when I was gonna detransition. Was like, I want to hate myself either way. May as well feel good. And even now that's sort of tempting, but I really want to transition. Even though it's probably worse for me overall. In almost every way. It sucks. Again, mainly just because of my potential that is squandered, basically. Because of the issues with the nerves in my hands, I had to quit guitar and violin. Because of the issues in my eyes, I can't really be competitive in games. Or even really enjoy them. And because of the sleeping issues and depression, I can't have a partner. And so, I don't know. It's not bad yet. This is really only the beginning, despite it being this bad. Which is hard to imagine, but this is not the end stage of it, you know? Nowhere close. I'm gonna go blind in this left eye. And then everything else will deteriorate more. Maybe my legs will stop working, I don't know. My legs are starting to experience something. Or maybe none of that'll happen and it'll just be like this forever. It's hard to say. And it's also hard to say if I'll ever even figure out what the hell it really is and be able to treat it somewhat. I can't really treat it, but you know, as best I can. So it's everything's kind of up in the air. My transition, my life, future plans. It's like I don't really have control at the moment. But nobody in medicine is saying to stop transitioning. It's just me, because I looked up the studies and tested it, and it does seem to be the estrogen and stuff, or lack of testosterone. It's just very unfortunate. But in terms of having a normal life at this point, I don't think it's possible. My symptoms, even off of estrogen at this point, my symptoms are too severe to have normal functioning, focus, and waking hours. and emotional regulation and stuff. So, to where I'm like not suicidal and depressed constantly. Kind of a downer video, but it's just the truth. I mean, I have to be honest, and we'll see where it goes from here. Another thing that really bothers me is that, like, because of this, I basically felt like garbage my whole transition, which really held me back a lot in doing a lot of things I needed, doing things like voice. Among many other things. And just because I didn't have the energy, I did. Yeah, I don't know. Like physically straining or like attempting to use, because of the neurological problems maybe, or the musculoskeletal problems. There's also an issue with my muscles, just due to the autoimmune condition, and sort of wasting away, I guess, in terms of like my blood markers showing that my muscles were like sort of wasting, which I've had a very sedentary life, very sitting a lot, and but my muscles never had, because I've had many blood tests, even during transition. It's not the estrogen, it's the autoimmune condition doing it. So I'll continue to upload if I feel like it, but yeah, mainly I'm just gonna be kind of depressed and stuff. I see how this is gonna go, I should probably end the video. I don't know. I feel like I just rambled the whole time, didn't really get to any point. I don't like making videos like this. I usually like to share things I find interesting. That's more fun for me. But this is also a diary, an eDiary of sorts. That's what I've always called it. And this is just what my life is, Some people have it worse. Some people have it much better. It's hard to have it much worse than me unless you're like extremely unlucky in terms of like blood clotting disorder, autoimmune condition, heart condition, and having to be trans, which feels like a burden, but it also feels like the thing I'm supposed to be doing in this life. There's no real better way to explain it than that. Although I wish I didn't necessarily, I sort of wish I didn't feel that way, but I do. Well, anyway, I felt like it was important to journal my experience and continue what I have always done, which is share my life with others. I don't necessarily do it to share with others. Somewhat, because I've been inspired, but it's more so to just keep a record of it over time, you know? So I can sort of look back, see what I was dealing with, see what I was doing, how I was feeling. It's kind of cool. When you have the same video with the same shit in the background and you look the same, you wear the same clothing all the time, it's pretty boring though, isn't it? There's nothing really to it. So I don't really like that aspect of it. It's boring. It's become boring lately. Not for me to make them, but just not. They don't really have my personality in them anymore. Because I can't really curate that like I used to. Yeah. Alright, I'm gonna go. I try to find something in this video. Usually when I feel this way and I talk, I find something from it, but this was just to share and catalog, record, journal it. Didn't really do anything for me. But it's still important, so I guess I'll still upload it. So, take care.